Hi everyone, welcome to Embellishments on the 11th, where each month we make however many embellishments we want and whatever theme we want. And so I concentrated, as you might be able to tell already, on fall. And specifically, I made a few things with these current Stampin' Up! Leaf Label and Amber Gem combo pack. They have holes in them for tags, but I did some different things with them. And I also used, several different designer papers. I used Rustic Harvest, which is current by Stampin' Up! And I used this piece, which is, and the back of it I think is this. Yeah. So I used the black and white on one or two cards, and I used this on, embellishments. Well, you'll see. I actually prepared some card bases too. Plaid Tidings, which is retired. I used a lot of scraps that I had in there. Well, not a lot, some. And Gilded Autumn Specialty DSP, which is retired. And also the papers again that were in this magazine. I used several different ones out of there, as well as on one I used this embossing strip, and I did use the squirrel stamp, this stamp, but I only used it to do backgrounds, which you'll see. And I did use this Thanks for Everything stamp, but I don't like it. It leaves little dots in the ink. I don't know, it just doesn't stamp good to me. Anyway, I used that. I did use up one of these. I had bought two, and I used all 11 pieces of the Crafter Square leaf stickers that I bought not too long ago. I didn't use these. I'm just not sure. I love them, but I don't know how I want to use them. Okay, so on a few, I used this Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder. I used the Sentiment Hello, only that, out of Soft Seedlings. I used the Thank You out of Beautiful Autumn, that's towards the end. And I used the coordinating, this is retired, I used the coordinating punches for this on I think only one embellishment that had the squirrel in it. I used all three punches with it. And out of Painted Harvest, I used this A Pleasant Little Note several times. And I used this quite a bit. I used both the circles, all three. I used circles, squares on a couple, and these flags on a couple. I also used my banner Pick-a-Punch. Let me put these out of the way. And these are the ribbons that I used on various cards. This one is current Stampin' Up! This was out of a paper pumpkin, I think. This was was a great find from Dollar Tree. It's a nice thin ribbon, which is great for cards and stuff. And I love that it has more like almost like a crumb cake with like a Cajun craze. I love that. And on, I think, one embellishment I used this, maybe two. And on one or two I used this, which actually is retired Stampin' Up, but I got it at a thrift shop for $1, and it was brand new, so except it didn't have the plastic on. So I used those, and I did bring in some other things. I used this, I don't know, I guess I got this at Goodwill for 97 cents. It's like embroidery thread. I mostly used this one, and I think I mostly just used this one. I also did use some Dollar Tree Baker's Twine. I think I used the yellow one, and I might have used the orange and white. I can't remember. I did this over a period of 2 days. And on the very last card, I did use this Crafter's Favorite. Oh, this was from Paper Source. I must have got it on sale. I don't buy from them often, and actually they just got bought out or something. But I used this white with gold. Baker's Twine, or hemp they call it. And then I might not remember all of them, but I did use several colors of this glitter washi tape from Target. Old. I've had this stuff for a while. And I'm gonna say I used one of these. Oops. One of these images on this. Oops, sorry. I have little dots from something else. I don't remember which one. I think I used the fox. I did use some of this leaf. I love this design. Echo Park. Does it say what collection? Oh, Fall is in the Air. I don't know if that's still available. I've had it a long time. I'll be sad when that's all gone. I did use the acorns, but you won't be able to see them because I'm pretty sure I covered them up with that goldenrod kind of ribbon. I used the pumpkins on something. I used this on something. I used this on something. This is almost all gone. That's also Echo Park. This one doesn't say. It just says decorative tape. It doesn't say the collection. And it's possible I used some other ones, but I don't remember using them, so I'm not going to bring them out unless I see that I did. And then for embellishments, I used the Retired Holiday Basic Rhinestone Jewels in the pumpkin pie as well as in the cherry cobbler on some. And if I used any of the other colors, I'll let you know. I used cinnamon cider on one or two. So I used some of those, and I used gilded gems, which are retired. All these are retired for on the last card. All these are retired except this. Okay? Alright, so let me show you what I did. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the card mats and stuff because that was how I had to plan. But I'm not going to put the cards together. We're going to do that in a live, maybe on the same evening as this is going up. This is going up at noon on Sunday the 11th, and I think I'm going to do a live in the evening, and that will put these all together. So this is the embellishment. Quite simple. This is a Dollar Tree sticker. The Thanks for Everything from the magazine. Just put on a piece of white. Now, how I did this, you see, I had put doubled up dimensionals that were left, glued it down onto this leaf, because this is already, the Dollar Tree stickers are already dimensional. They only have, though, one or maybe two dimensionals on them. So I added some, but because that's dimensional, I had to raise this up, because otherwise, when you put it on a card like this, now this is the Rustic Harvest that is current. This is the other side, and actually I meant to do this, but if you color in, which I used light and dark pumpkin pie and dark cherry cobbler, I believe, or maybe light cherry cobbler, I can't remember, and I only did the leaves that were shaped like this. I thought they were a similar 5-petal leaf, so I only colored those in. Here's that that one Echo Park washi tape. I'm going to put it on cherry cobbler because I thought that's what this was close to. These are the layering circles that I showed you. One cherry cobbler embellishment, and I figure that will just go something like that. So this is the embellishment. That's how I'm going to use it. The next one is this one. I started using that pack of leaf embellishments, which are in the July-December mini. This is a strip of cherry cobbler, and it's embossed with that embossing strip from the magazine. This, I used the Pleasant Little Note from the pheasant set, but I punched it out with the rectangular postage stamp punch by Stampin' Up, which is current. Here's that same washi, but on the leaf, and I did go around the edges with a sponge with cherry cobbler, and this is some of this is, oh, I did use some of the lighter one on here. And how I'm going to use that is on paper from the magazine on a cherry cobbler card base, and just do something like this, only that's gonna have to go like that. So that's my intent with that one. Now this one, this is leftover paper from the plaid tidings. I offset it with black. These are the same stitched shapes kind of dies. This leaf is the same as this one, but I went over the whole thing with different washies. And the hello, I forget, that was from the soft seedling stamp set, but you could use any greeting. This is bumped up on dimensionals, this leaf, so this is as well. I stamped it in Cajun Craze because I thought that went good with this, and I just used 5 of the pumpkin pie embellishments. And how I'm going to use that, because I did this in black, I put a black card base, and this piece, the other side of this paper is Cajun Craze, and we're just going to go like that. Oh, and this ribbon is that current ribbon from Stampin' Up. So something like that. I might end up putting more gold washi or gold ribbon underneath this. I don't know yet. Okay, so the next one, here's where I used that washi tape fox and I fussy cut it. I went around the edges of this one with, I want to say, Cajun Craze maybe? I don't know. I stamped though in pumpkin pie before I realized what I was going to do. I should have done it in Cajun Craze. This is the Dollar Tree plaid ribbon. This is the leftover thick twine from the paper pumpkin kit from some time ago. The leaf again is up on dimensionals, but this time I'm going to use a white card base, that same paper, and go like that, and I think that will be adorable. I want the hello to be straight. I don't care about the leaf. So that's what I'm going to do for that one. Now here, I made these to go together. So this paper is from the magazine. The acorns and the leaves I die cut out of the Gilded Autumn specialty paper. I just cut this little section and die cut some out, punched some out with the punches that go with it, because they go with that stamp set and the punch trio. The squirrel was out of the magazine. I stamped him in Memento Black. I really don't like that squirrel. I think he looks mean. Anyway, here I put washi across with the acorns, but you really couldn't see the acorns, so I buried it under some of that thick long retired Stampin' Up ribbon that I got at a thrift store. Yeah, you can see the washi there. It's sort of a goldenrod color. I use light and dark crumb cake, light and dark, what is that called? Petal pink. And here's where I used one cinnamon cider, because this color paper to me looks like cinnamon cider, and one here. And then a third one can go on the card, I guess. Oh, I did already, because the card is going to be on retired cinnamon cider. This kind of copper washi tape. I guess that's the copper color. And then what I did here is I used the 3D leaf fall embossing folder from Stampin' Up. And I splattered it with Old Olive, Bumblebee, cinnamon cider. And I wanted to try, I think, the cherry cobbler. My cherry cobbler brush doesn't want to work. There's a better look at that. I did tape this down with regular clear tape on the back to make sure that that washi stuck. And what I'm going to do is just put this here and this here, and that will be the card. And I do have a third dot on there already. So planning, I did my embellishments to plan cards. You know, that's what I do. Here's the next one. This was a strip of leftover paper from the magazine pack. Again, that glittery washi, but in gold, I think that is this time. Dollar Tree sticker, postage stamp with the thanks for everything. I don't know if you can see it, but do you see how that, you might not be able to, there. It's like choppy. I don't know how to explain it, but the stamp is dotty. And then this is Dollar Tree twine in the yellow, and I used the stamp set from the magazine that had a pumpkin, mushrooms, a leaf, and an acorn on it. all together, and that's on crushed curry, and I'm just gonna go like that, and that will be my card. Except I have to do the insides. Now these next couple I don't have cards for yet. These two. These are Dollar Tree stickers. So this one is cherry cobbler, paper from the magazine, the hello from the seedling thing, cherry cobbler. These are all stitch circles from that set. I keep wanting to call them stitch shapes, but they're called stylish shapes. Stylish shapes dies. Circle squares and banners. This one is on crushed curry. It's the same paper, and this has a little bit of that ribbon, which it's off-right. I think I either got it at Joann's or possibly AC Moore years ago. I'm not positive, but I always got it on sale, or even could have been Walmart. I don't know. I stamped "Have a Beautiful Day." Yeah, that was out of here. "Have a Beautiful Day" and "Thank You" were the ones I used. That goes with the 3 punches, like I mentioned. And I stamped it in Cajun Craze, I think, or I think it's Cajun Craze. And it is a little bendy. I don't know if you can see that. It goes down. I have it on a dimensional here. I don't here, and I just used, I actually used tear and tape on this because I wanted it to be able to stick over the glittery and smooth surface of the leaves. So this is one sticker. These two are together as one sticker. And oops, and this one is another sticker. And I just used another cinnamon cider. Maybe I used cinnamon cider. I don't think so. I think I used cherry cobbler. Anyway, doesn't matter. So that's those two. This one, this ribbon is current. I don't really care for it too much for cards, but it is the white frayed ribbon 3/4 inch by Stampin' Up. Because this is on a white background, that's what I did for that one. So those I don't have card mats for yet. Then I went in my stash and I pulled out, I have 2 or 3, I don't remember how many I used. I used this one. I had done this a year ago, and it's actually a little off size, but it's okay. So I also went in my plaid tidings paper, and I had 3 scraps. Yeah, three scraps. They're all this type paper. So these 3 leaves are Dollar Tree. I stuck them on this strip, which was already that size. I backed it on cherry cobbler. I pulled this out, and I'm just gonna do something like this. I haven't decided. I might use some of this again, or yeah, probably that, or maybe a green this time, like this, maybe this green, or I don't know, a combination of them, and do some kind of like a circle twine ribbon coming out. And I don't have a sentiment for that one yet. So the embellishment is this. I don't know what I'm doing with the card yet. This one is this Dollar Tree sticker. Pleasant little note again. Some washi wrapped around this square. And here I used tear and tape again and stuck down. This is stretchy ribbon, so I kind of stretched it out a little bit and laid it on the back to make it have a shiny ruffle. And then what I'm going to do with that, cherry cobbler card base, the embossed falling leaves or leaf fall from Stampin' Up. I splatted this crushed curry with cherry cobbler. I don't think so, because I might have used Cajun Craze because the cherry cobbler wasn't working. And I don't have any other little gems or anything on that one, but that's going to go like that because I wanted this to be up in the bearish spot and most of these leaves down here to show on the embossing folder. So I think that'll be cute. Then the next one, this is another background that I had already made, and it had fall colors in it to me, but it looks a little busy. So I die cut a crushed curry circle, plaid tidings. This time I had backed it on black, which I kind of wish I hadn't done. Stamped this thank you from the Beautiful Autumn in Cherry Cobbler. Used some of the darker embroidery thread or whatever and did a circle. I actually tacked that onto the back of this Dollar Tree sticker there, and that's going to go something like this. Is going to cover up the center of that, and I guess go right there like that. So something a little different. And then the last embellishment I made is using paper from the Gilded Autumn. This is mint macaron color. These were Dollar Tree stickers out of that pack. I can show you. They were these. I put some of this gold washi again across here and here. This was a scrap already that way. I did have to cut this one. It was a scrap too, but I had to cut it down to the right length. I think the width was already okay. This is mint macaron. I stamped in Early Espresso. This is the hemp cord stuff from Paper Source, the white with gold. Wrapped around. I did tape it down. I actually have what is that stuff? A Seal Plus on the back here, 3 rows, but I taped it down as well because it was not strong enough to hold this thicker twine down. And then this is up on dimensionals. This one still has the cover on, so I figure I'll glue that down onto a card or something. I might have to bump it up too because the twine is bulky, and there is dimension here on there, so I think that came out cute. So these 3 do not have card match yet. I think I'm going to put this on a Early Espresso card base, but I didn't try that yet, and that's as far as I'm thinking ahead. Or a mint macaron card base with a Early Espresso matte, maybe with that leaf embossing folder again or something. So I don't even know how many that is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll count this as 8 because they're together. 9, 10, 11, 12. I made 12 embellishments. I think that's what I made last month, if I'm not mistaken. All fall themed. I really didn't do pumpkins though. It's all kind of leaves because I wanted to use this and that pack of craft leaves from Stampin' Up. And so I did. That's what I did. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if it's a long video, and come back. I'll put a notice up for when I'm going to go live, and we'll make these cards as well as the cards from last month's embellishments. No, last month I only had 3, right? The hippos. I got the card bases together, but I haven't made them yet. So we'll come back and make all these cards together and figure out what I'm going to do with these 3. These 3. All right, everybody. I hope you're having a great, let's see, 11th is Sunday, I believe. Hope you're having a great Sunday, and I hope you'll be able to join me for my live stream. I don't know what time. 7 seems to be a little late for me. Maybe 3. Maybe I'll do 3 to 5 or something like that. That seems good for a Sunday. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great day, and go check everyone else out that's in the collab. Not a huge group, so hopefully theirs will be shorter videos than mine. Bye.